Whoa! Okay. Dude, I could give that to Lentry. Uh-huh. I don't have that one, but I do own that one already. We'll buy this one. Hello? Okay. Honestly, I kind of want that. Get out time to sell. Shit. Forgot to sell beforehand. Let's sell. So that... No, I don't want to sell that. Thank you. The quill. Those things. Parrying, sure. I don't care. That too. Might as well. And that, this, that. And, I think these are for sale. I'm not sure. We'll sell them for now. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. I think that's it. Cool. Cool. Anybody of interest here before we go to the third level? No. All right, let's do like the bottom level. Now that we've done the middle level, let's do the bottom level. Then we'll go into every door we can in the middle level, and then we'll go to the third level. I'm sorry to do this methodically because I've been doing this like in all kind of weird ways right now. Merchant Elena. Let's talk to her. Fine day, my friends. Might I interest you in my wares? I've all manners of goods I know you need. Show me what you have for sale. She pats her hand on her ring belt. Let's see if we can find something you like. Whoa! Brother! Holy shit! Whoa! Okay, Dude! Uh-huh. Man, I could deck myself out right now. Nimble, 10% range accuracy. Iron, bronze, and hide is needed later. Oh! So I'll stop sending them then. Cyrix. Came to the stream and forgot to say hi. I've just been sitting here for a while. Hey, Leonard. What's up, man? And hey, Cyrix. What's going on, dude? I'll stop sending them then. Yeah, I'll keep them for next time. Next time we find any, I'll keep all of them. But thanks for letting me know, though. 10 athletics. Nah. Dude, this is insane. These are insane. Hold on. What is this? -2 to what? I don't know what that is. It's a javelin, right? So technically, this is a spear. This is a javelin. So technically, you could shoot them, which I hope you will. Just finishing up dinner. Oh, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing super good. Although I feel like I'm like half a person right now for some reason. I don't know why. Don't ask me. Okay, we got a new accent, which is great. What? Okay. Me. Me. Plop. Bro, 31% deflection right now. You know it. You know it. Although we'll sell that stuff now to her, so we can make a little bit back of our money. Hey, Policy, what's up, man? How's everyone tonight? I'm doing great, man. I'm doing fantastic. Look at my gear, bro. I got like a exquisite armor and exquisite boots. She's got a freaking artifact. Which, I mean, Jesus Christ. And he's got like an exquisite javelin, but she got an artifact, man. She's up to renown almost 3. I don't know what it causes if we get higher up, because it doesn't seem like there's more skills to unlock. It seems like the only skill that we can unlock with this one is this, slowing the sands. Man, I'm gonna rock this so much. Alright, let's go here. Merchant Basila. Good day to you. Might I interest you in all manners of provisions? Who knows what you'll run into outside of Lethian's Crossing? Yes, show me what you got. She motions you over. I'm sure we can find something you need. Oh, I'm sure we can. Oh, yeah. All 4. That. 4 of those. I don't own this, apparently. I don't own that one either. I'm full on campfire supplies. Uh-huh. The Potion of Heroes? Whoa. Huh. Yeah, that's good for now. It's fine. That's fine. Give that to you. So I feel like you're probably gonna need him. Let's give him those 2, just in case. And you know what? I'll start using poisons. I think that should be interesting. Should be a good addition. What kind of other poison could I use? Thought we had more. Ha! There we go. Stuck with him. Merchant Praxis. Good day, my fine friend. Could I interest you in all manners of provisions? Tear forged, bronze great spear, bronze spear. We don't need any of these. Vile tongue. Now, if I find like an arc, you know, like a bow, of course I'll be interested. But anything else right now is kind of meh. I'm not looking for any of these. Merchant Tychus. Dragon Age Inquisition this weekend. Forgot how much fun it is. Oh, that's awesome, Policy. That's super cool, man. I never played any of the Dragon Age, and it's something I plan to do. Whenever they announce the sequel to Dragon Age, I'm going to go through all of them from the beginning to get ready for the new one. But yeah. Welcome, welcome. The merchants motions you over. What can I get you for? What can I get for you today? Be sure to stock up before you leave. What volley? Fire multiple projectiles. I want it. Oh yeah. It has less damage, apparently, though. Much less damage. Like, minus 226 accuracy. Although, I'm lacking in money right now. There's nothing I can do to get there. I don't have enough. Like, even if I wanted to, just... There's nothing I can sell right now that would allow me to get there. So we'll have to wait. I'll have to wait. But let's remember that there's a super awesome bow right here that I could take. I guess I went with the armor for now. I'll take the bow later. Ocean Bronze. Greeting and salutations. The jolly merchants greet you with a smile and clap on the shoulders. And welcome to Leeton's Crossing, home of the best merchants in the entirety of the tiers. He pauses and winks. That would be me. Inquisition is next level. I can tell by the type of games you seem to enjoy. You'll really enjoy the series. Oh, awesome, Policy. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. Eventually. See, these gauntlets are better than the one I have, but I'm not about to sell the one I just bought. Because the nimble thing was what attracted me to these. Not the stats that are there, but the fact that it's nimble. Ring counter seal. 10% will defense? Nah. Spell reflection. 20% of incoming hostile spells back to their caster. Holy shite, that's good. It's 70. Honestly, right now what we need is... Oops. I don't need this. We need health, healing potions, and... anything we don't already know. Bleeding. We'll take that too. And the rest I'm going to keep because I really want to get that bow that the other merchant sells. I think Mercy would be great. No, it's a two-ended. So it wouldn't be great. Okay. Cool. Oh, do you have enough? You do. Sweet. Let's give that to me, just in case. Just give that to you. Just give that to you. Use some mushrooms. Whew! Okay, cool. So that was the bottom section area thingy. Some NPCs for some reason have stars next to them. I don't know why. Melita has one, Forgebound Merchant has one, and Archant Bronze has one, but not the other ones. So I don't know why these guys specifically and not the others. We'll see. I do need money though. We need way more money. I need to get to like almost 2 for us to be able to buy that bow. And I want it. Bad. Alright, let's go to the 3rd level. Wait, no. I said I would go through the doors. That is what I said I would do. So what's beyond door number 1, guys? A house. Okay. With cheese in it. Boy, am I glad we went here. We came here. It's nothing better than cheese. Callian. The young man hangs his head and regards your approach with a pitiful sigh. Greetings. He is barely able to force the word, his voice breaking as he speaks. What's wrong? He takes a deep breath, steadying himself. My sister Kalia and I watched the Bronze Brotherhood fending off multiple waves of Scarus' force when they tried to take the crossing. I was terrified, but she was exhilarated in a way. I've never seen her so alive. He chokes back a sob. Good night, Annie. I love you. She got so fired up that she joined the Brotherhood the first chance she's got. Shortly after joining, they sent her on a scouting mission with some other Brotherhood soldiers, but none of the party returned. They were all found dead at Deserter's March. I'm sorry, is there anything you can do to help? He shakes his head. Thank you, but no. I just wanted to be left alone. Okay. Sad and kind of pointless, but okay. Sure. I'll leave you alone. Let's go.
Sorry, I can't.
Not this door. Also, that's super weird. Let's go to door number 2.
Have a look here.
It's like it's my birthday. Raven Shawl of Rogues plus 10 subterfuge. What's my stuff right now? Haste plus 1 quickness. Immune to poisoned. Keep that here in case. Hey, another mushroom. The back wall of this home has long since crumbled away, revealing the old walls behind it. These are just like 2 random settlers. Guys, I'm so pumped for Pillars. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do Pillars right after this game. Like, I'm just too pumped, man. Plus, Pillars is quite a long game too, so like, if I can get it out of the way, then we can focus on Pillars 2 whenever it comes out, and in between them we can play a bunch of other games. Because Pillars 2 is coming up only on May 8th, and I only plan to stream it like near the end of the month. So we'll be able to play like through a bunch of other games. What do you guys think? Should I do Pillars, or would you rather me play something else, guys? Right after this. That's the Forge Bounds, people. Awesome. Master of the Fatebinder is here. Zdenia, Master of the Forge. Zdenia turns and approaches you, her lithe body moving fluidly as she walks. She stops before you or stands solid and sure, but you see she is standing lightly on her feet, ready to move if necessary. She never takes her eyes off of you, but you know she is acutely aware of her surroundings. Fatebinder, may the fires of your forge never cool. She salutes you. I had hoped our paths would cross. What's her thing? Forgebound. A Forgebound has their own... Dude, there's so many reputations. What can this Servant of the Flame do for you? What have you brought to protect Leeton's Crossing? I've named it the Magebane Helm. I forged it specifically to protect our Forgebound from the Bane in the old walls. With the helm in place, its magic will keep them held inside. Why did you create a helm? The Forgebound are crafters of weapons and armors, Fatebinder, not statues and baubles. I make what I know. It is also portable and can be moved easily or used in battle should its protection be needed elsewhere in the future. For the time being, though, it will remain here, protecting the Forgebound. We have a job to do and cannot do it properly if we are constantly assaulted by outside forces. I've come for that helmet. Give it to me. Are you insane? I made that helmet to protect Leeton's Crossing. I've already placed it above the entrance to the old wall to prevent the Bane from escaping, and it will not be removed for anyone, not even a Fatebinder. Wow, I could say that to her. Because that's my plan. That's my actual plan. I aim to conquer the Tears. Would you rather it collect rust in the old walls or be worn by someone who will one day rule these lands? Xenia takes a cautious step backward, examining you closely as she does so. You make a compelling argument, Fatebinder. I'd be hard-pressed to argue against my work being crowned upon someone as capable as you. She lets out a tired sigh, but as long as the threat of the Bane within the old walls remain, I am afraid the safety of the forge is paramount. She glances to her company and leans closer. If someone managed to do such a task, then I'd happily see the helmet put to better use. She smirks. As long as credit is given to the smith who armed you, of course. She gives a quick nod to the other forge-bound before leaving the forge behind you. Oh. So she would give it to me. All I need to do is take care of the Bane. I'm inclined to do it. The sunburnt man dips his head in greeting. An outsider never arrives alone. At least, that is what my mother always said. Seems she knew what she was talking about. He nods thoughtfully at his own words. I'm Alien. Welcome to Elysian's Crossing. You must be the one everyone is talking about. Tunan's Fatebinder, right? Alien looks you over and shrugs. Hearing stories about your exploit in Vendrian's Well, I expected you to be 12 feet tall and shoot fire from your mouth. Can't always tell the contents of a pie from its crust, can you? Not really a fan of the way you can use your weapons to say hello, but this isn't the first time blood was shed over Elysian's Crossing, and it certainly won't be the last, and I won't pretend I'll miss the Brotherhood. But enough of my prattling. You didn't come here for a history lesson or to get my opinions on your grandeur. He waves his hand dismissively at his previous comment. The Agitator sent you for the Archon of Song, I assume. What can this old fool do for you? What was that about the Archon of Song? Siren, the songbird, feels like it's half the town she's got mooning over her in that hovel near the river. It's on the first tier. If you want to find her, his brow knits. Feel free to take her with you when you go. He cant his head slightly, banishing his sour expression. But seeing as you're not here for her, what can I do for you? Can I ask you some questions about Elysian's Crossing? If you have questions about our settlement, I'm the one to ask. I have the dubious distinction of being the oldest living resident of Elysian's Crossing, so I've been here for a lot of its history. Eldian smiles. Eyes, hips, hair, and hearing might be failing, but my mind still remembers everything that happened here. What would you like to know about? I'll do my best not to go on too long about it. I know I have a problem keeping my conversation short. I'd like to ask about the crossing's history. If you have questions about the goings-on in the crossing, I'm the one to ask. I've been here for more of its history than anyone else, he smiles. What would you like to know? Who was Lethian? The biggest pain in the ass I ever knew? He turns bright red, blushing at his words, then lets out a huge guffaw. I suppose I shouldn't talk about my mother like that. She was a mediocre merchant, but a great leader. The war in the Northern Kingdoms cost her a very lucrative trade route up north, but she managed to earn a trade stewardship from Kairos, and for a short time, she had a monopoly on grain, salt, and tin here in the Tears. What did my grandmother say? Give a blind man time and a pile of rock and eventually he'll hit a target. He shrugs. Not to say she didn't deserve it, but I think luck played a bigger part in her success than actual talent. But Kairos gives and Kairos takes. The next year, Lethian was stripped of her trade right. Suddenly, she had a large staff with no goods to trade and no mean to pay anyone. But she was a stubborn one and knew if she just kept at it, eventually things would turn around for her. She figured the trade goods could come to us. The location was good enough. It's crazy how that would happen. So she decided to concentrate on making an existing local settlement into the center of commerce for the Tears, and by the claws of a beast, she did just that. I thought she was crazy choosing a town nestled up to the old walls, but apparently she knew what she was doing. It wasn't long after that it was renamed Lethian's Crossing. With the bridges over the old walls, this was the only place to go if you wanted to take weeks off of your trip. Eventually, she hired the Bronze Brotherhood to act as our local guards. We were big enough and had enough commerce to warrant the protection. Lethian was your mother? Of course, how do you think I became the Reeve of the Crossing? It's certainly not my storytelling or charm. I may be the oldest living resident here, but that's certainly not a good enough reason to make someone a leader. Though, come to think of it, neither is just being the offspring of the former leader. But like it or not, that's how things are. My mother was a wonderful woman. She might not have been the nicest person, and she might have been overfond of a dalliance here or there, or there, or there. Jesus Christ. But who isn't? May her rest be ever free of disturbance. How did you build the old walled bridges? Leithian was the mastermind of that. She could tie a knot with one end, one string. I remember watching her draw systems of ropes and knots in the sand, telling me what they would do when built. I thought she was crazy. She says she got the idea for the bridge from seeing galleys pulled out of the water into dock. Apparently, the hardest part was getting the initial climbing team to brave the old walls and set the first ties, but apparently you can pay a man enough rings for him to overcome his fear of the old walls' predators. Why did you settle here? Necessity. The rope bridges let us cross the old walls. With them, it didn't matter what trade rights we had. We'd be at a crossroad to the northern tiers, an unbeatable location. The siege of Arden and the Bastard City ended up helping us. All those folks heading to Point East crossed through our little settlement, and many of them decided to stake a claim with us. By then, Leithian discovered there was iron in our river. She thought it'd make us rich, but it also made us a target. The old walls don't make passage through the area easy, and our bridges cut days to weeks of a trip. Legion's Crossing is the best bet to get your shipment where it needs to go. Mix a motherload of iron and ore into it, and we suddenly had a target painted on us. What is Kairos' interest in the crossing? Iron, plain and simple. Now we have the forge-bound here, toiling away with the ore they pull from the river. We're being squeezed for our resources. If you're after a drink, better to squeeze fruit than a stone. And it would seem so many people find us to be very juicy indeed. There was a merchant who tried to peddle iron rocks as magical because they came from areas near the old wall. One of the people he sold to happened to be a disfavored courier. The courier then showed the rock to a forge-bound master. We immediately recognized its potential for making superior weapons. It was brought to Kairos' attention, and soon afterwards, soldiers in the Forge-bound came to the Leithian's Crossing. They came with such force, our options were to either comply with what they wanted or die. So, why does the Brotherhood want Leithian's Crossing? Land, breeding stock, they've been here longer than I have, so maybe they consider it home too, but Kairos' purse masters are no longer paying them to fight, and if a mercenary is getting for free, something's suspect. In the end, I suppose it doesn't matter. Raidamon will never let go. He feels he owns this town and he aims to have it be his. Okay, what can you tell me about the spire in Leithian's Crossing? Eldian shakes his head. Sometimes I wonder why Leithian thought it was a good idea to settle here. We already had a Bane problem before the Forge-bound set up here. Now that they're using the crossing as one of their main forges, the Bane issue is even worse. Since the Bane are drawn to magical energy, we have to be on constant alert for them escaping. How did you seal the door? I obtained a keystone that can be used to open and seal the door. One of Kairos' soldiers found it while they were looking for a way to seal the doors to keep the Bane from escaping. The sealed door is only a temporary measure though. It holds the Bane back for now, but it won't last much longer. That is why two nuns instructed Zdenia to create an artifact to protect Leithian's Crossing from the Bane. Will you let me into the old walls? I'm afraid that's a risk I'm not willing to take, Fatebinder. Once the doors are unsealed, there's a good chance Bane will flood into Leithian's Crossing. As much as I would love to help you, I can't endanger the town like that. Okay. Tell me your thought on the Bronze Brotherhood. They were here since the crossing was founded. Hey, the Helpist, what's up, man? What's going on? How you doing? Leithian herself hired them to protect the settlement when it was just getting started. Fledgling town in the shadow of the old walls. They did such a good job, she kept them on as our peacekeepers, and that's how things went. Then, good enough sort... They're a good enough sort, but when Nerat offered to pay them to help Kairos' forces, I knew we were in for some trouble. Taking pay from two employers is always going to end badly if you can't make both of them happy. On top of it all, it seems lately that Raidamon is following a path only he can see, and I'm not looking forward to what he finds at the end. Okay, what do you think of the disfavored? I'm not sure what to say, honestly. I've heard rumors that the disfavored here are a tough, disciplined crew, but the Bronze Brotherhood were able to force them out of the crossing without much trouble. I'm sure there must have been extenuating circumstances, but until I see something to change my mind, that's how I feel. How have you interacted with the Scarlet Chorus been? Your interactions with them been? Can't say that I have a strong opinion one way or the other, really. They didn't seem to care much about leaving the settlement behind. They put up what seemed to be a token resistance when the Brotherhood drove them out, but once they left, I haven't really seen much of them. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need directions around here. Coffee before work? Oh, that's awesome, man. What's up? We're playing Tyranny, and it's an awesome game, dude. If you like CRPG games, it is really cool. And it's shorter than a Pillars of Eternity game. Also less complicated. It's more streamlined. So, like, if you're into a solid game, CRPG, kind of like Divinity Original Sin or Baldur's Gate, but like much shorter and more concise. This is it. It's really, really fun. Plus, you get to be